Hello, everybody, and what's good, Patreon members?
Hello.
Hello.
Ladies, how are you doing?
Great. Most excellent.
We're going to drink more.
So,
Drink a lot today.
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have a very exciting, special Patreon exclusive video for you. So, we found out that Game of Thrones for this season is doing a selection of vintages of wine. They have previously done Game of Thrones beer, and now they're doing wine. And we thought, what better for a Patreon exclusive video than for us to do a Game of Thrones wine tasting?
Yes.
So we've got 3 Game of Thrones wine. We have the Game of Thrones red wine blend, a 2014 vintage. We have the
Cabernet Sauvignon 2014.
and the Chardonnay 2016. So Steimer,
Yeah.
let's start with that. Would you read the description on that?
I
Miss
sure
Lexa
will.
Ray, you can read that one next.
So this
Brittany, would you like to read this one?
I would love to read.
Okay.
is Maester winemaker Bob Cabral has summoned his legendary skills to craft a wine worthy of the Iron Throne. Sourced from the finest wine-growing kingdom of the land, it is as complex as the tales and histories it acclaims. Revel in the winemaker's art, for winter is here.
I don't know half this is. You read this.
Oh, okay.
This doesn't even like, it's not even like say anything about the wine.
No, it
It's
doesn't.
It's a generic
This is
description.
somebody named Bob is who
So
is
this
a
one
maester.
says the red wine from Paso Robles, from the arid climate of Dorne to the lush vineyards of the Reach.
That's exactly what
The
this one
topography
says.
of the 7 kingdoms of Westeros is as diverse as the wine we produce, against the backdrop of the ever-evolving struggle for the Iron Throne. And amidst the howling winds of winter, nobles raise their glasses and toast to the luck in the wars to come.
Goodness.
So
And
they
yours is
could
the
have
same.
tried harder.
Yeah.
Because these wines should have individual, like they should have pretended like this is from Dorne, like that's from High Garden, like this, like try.
Come on.
Right,
Try a
Shia.
little
They
harder.
could have maybe tried a little harder.
So-
Okay, so
yeah.
in a true wine tasting fashion, we will start with lightest to the most intense flavor.
I am learning so much. I am
So-
not a wine person. I'm not a Game of Thrones person. So this is
Ladies,
great.
who here
Shit.
has been to an official wine tasting before?
I have actually.
I think I have, but I didn't do the spitting thing.
You never spit.
No,
Okay,
we drink
good.
our wine.
Ha!
So we're gonna start with the Chardonnay.
She was like offended. You never spit.
That's okay. It's all good.
Those are some big ass poles.
Yeah. No, I've
I
learned how you do this before.
But Chardonnay
You have to
is
swirl it and you
not
have to
usually
smell
my
it.
favorite.
Right? You smell it?
Take that one, yeah.
Oh, it's
So
supposed to.
swirl. Make sure you. So the key to wine tasting.
Oh, you don't want to hold it by this, right? Because you don't want to warm
Always,
the
always hold it by the stem.
Stem it up,
You never
baby.
hold it by the goblet because the heat from your hand will warm the wine to an unsavory temperature.
The
Fucking
goblet of
snobs.
fire. Your
All
hand's
y'all
the
are
fire.
snobs.
Super wine snobs.
Okay, how do you swirl
Um,
it? Alexa's already fucking going.
She's like gulp, gulp, gulp.
Okay,
So
so
you
now
swirl,
swirl. Now you
and then
sm-
you smell.
Swirl, smell. Sip.
Do you smell any?
Swirl, smell,
do you
sip?
smell any notes?
I smell
I
wine.
smell like cat hair in mine.
I smell cat hair and wine.
No, there's a cat hair in mine.
And then you gurgle it,
I
right?
don't smell nothing besides
So
alcohol.
it's possible that this wine it might be a little too chilled. Wait, are you
There's a
okay?
cat hair in my wine.
Do you
Fine.
want this
It's
one?
extra
Do
protein.
you want to drink a cat hair?
Yeah, I'll drink it. I don't care.
Oh,
she
you
Do
already
you
drank
want to
some of
drink
this,
a
didn't you?
cat hair?
Fine.
Come on, let's go and play.
It's my cat, so I don't care.
Oh.
You're the cat's DNA.
So
You know
the
that's not
first-
bad.
Okay, so hold on.
I don't usually
You
like
made a face.
Chardonnay, but
This
I
is a
like this.
Chardonnay.
You take a sip.
And then you drink it up real.
No, you have to-
Oh,
you
you
have to-
swished it.
Right?
You sip and swish. What the fuck
no,
are you
I've
doing?
learned this.
Wow.
You gotta chew
Chew,
the wine.
but it's the liquid.
This is why I do whiskey. It's
just
so
do
much
it.
simpler.
Okay, this is a pretty nice Chardonnay. So it's got a very
It's just
small,
making it warmer.
a very slight hint of oak. Most Chardonnays are pretty buttery. This one's actually pretty dry.
Is
We're trying to do a serious wine tasting here.
I don't know how.
I get the notes of imminent death as well. You guys tasting those? You taste
Definitely blood in here. No, I don't taste anything
This
except wine.
kind of feels like a Tyrion wine.
No, Tyrion's
I've
red,
only seen
man.
him drink red.
Next.
Yeah, exactly.
Next.
The red. I like this. It's not bad for
It's
a
like
Chardonnay.
every other wine I've had. I need to learn the ways of
Okay.
wine. No, I really do.
A little apricot on there.
You know, I'm trying real hard to
Are you,
taste
though?
something.
I feel like you're all phoning it in.
I'm chewing on the wine. What more do you want of me? I've never chewed a liquid before.
It was a
Honestly, like, I need to learn the ways because it tasted like every other wine I've ever had.
what?
Seriously. I don't.
mean,
Give me whiskeys, I can tell the difference, but with wine, it all tastes the same to
because
me.
you don't drink wine that
Like
much.
when you're like apricot, oak. Like I strive to be like that. I wish I could like level up my wine.
You
skills.
can. You can.
I don't think I've
All you
ever
gotta do
eaten
is
an
practice.
apricot ever.
I never taste apricot or oak. I don't even know what oak tastes like.
Go eat a tree and
Go
you'll
lick-
find
lick a
out.
tree.
No, it's a combination of essences of flavors. It's not like you're biting into an apricot or you're biting into a piece of wood, right? Like it's an essence of the flavor, and also it. Don't shake your head at me, unnamed
I'm
producer.
trying. I'm really trying.
Not you, Steimer.
Not you, girl.
I just taste wine.
Unnamed.
What's
producer.
nice about it is that it's not too buttery, and I don't like a buttery chard. This chard is actually
This is
relatively mild for a Chardonnay.
It's a very
nice.
mild-
It's disinfecting my mouth.
It's
really
quite
good.
excellent. So it's from Central Coast of
can feel it.
California.
Does your mouth require disinfecting?
I feel. Do you know how you feel like when you do like a mouthwash with alcohol in it and you get that feeling around your gums? I got that feeling right now.
Okay, so
Dun, 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 dun,
do you want to
dun,
spit or
dun.
dump that,
I'm gonna
or can you
drink it.
finish it?
It's good.
Okay, well we're gonna move on to the next one.
Atta girl. All right.
Hey.
Where's the blend? That's fine. Okay.
Wait, there's still a little.
Yeah, make sure it's gone.
That was delightful. You know,
That's good.
I'm into that wine. Even though they reused the labels like a bunch of punks.
Yeah, right? Like a bunch of punks.
But the Bob
Come
Cabral,
on,
whoever
HBO.
Bob Cabral is, he got his own label, so he must be a big deal.
Okay.
He's
All
a
right.
maester.
So what are we looking for? I'm,
So you
I'm
want
swear-
so
oh wait, I'm
because
picking it
these
up wrong.
reds haven't had
Notes. Look
time
for the
to
notes.
Aerate.
you know, to relax.
What's that?
Oh, this is like
Relax.
This is really
Don't
strong.
do it.
So let
when
it
you
let it
wanna go
breathe
do
a
it.
little bit, swirl it before you taste it. Smell it, enjoy the
Ooh.
aromatics of it. Alexis just like
Andrea, do you have the thing that aerates it as you pour?
that is what I've heard from the experts in Napa Valley here near the bay. Chops up the wine in a very unsavory way. I have
okay,
a single.
I won't buy it for you then.
No, I own it already.
Oh.
Someone's already given it to me. But thank you. It's called a Vint something.
Something that fucks up your wine.
But yeah, but I have a single
very dry.
glass
Who
blown
is it? Dry
aerator.
wine. Dry wine.
Is dry the
It's
word for
sucked all the
bitter?
It's
moisture
like
out
a
of my
mini
mouth.
decanter is the thing that I have. So this is the problem. You guys have tasted too quickly. Do you see how I've just been?
I
What the fuck does
I
this
haven't
do?
tasted
It
it. at all.
so what
It's
it is
aerating the wine.
It breaks it up. It puts some oxygen into the wine. It helps release some of the flavor. So when a wine has been bottled and it hasn't been opened, it's sometimes referred to as being tight, and it means that it needs a little bit to
Brittany.
relax, like muscles in your. Brittany, get your head out of the gutter.
Brittany,
So sometimes it needs
Andrea,
like
you are shaking the shit out of that wine. You
yeah.
better be
This
careful.
glass
Shaking like a
I'm
Polaroid
sorry.
picture.
This glass
I
is
fear
these
that your
glasses
carpet
are
will now be covered. You're
specifically-
gonna get wine on your carpet. If you
No,
are
these
not
glasses
carrying.
are designed to aerate. Like that's why they're Cabernet glasses. So you
Yeah,
have a
but
little
you
bit
are
of
like
wall
shaking
space
it like a
up here to do it.
Polaroid
I
Should not be
appreciate
shaken.
how much goes into wine. I feel like it's a little high maintenance, but I just need to learn the ways, and it's great.
No, normally if you're going to drink a nice bottle of red like this, you're going to
Let
put
it
it into
sit.
a decanter. And a decanter is a glass like pitcher, essentially, a fancy glass pitcher. And the reason you do that is because when you pour it over the sides of the glass pitcher, it allows, as it travels down the glass, all of that oxygen hits it as it's traveling. And then when you pour it back into the glass, oxygen hits it again. And that allows it to aerate more naturally instead of using these kind of artificial things. Listen, this is all bougie as fuck.
no,
Like,
no,
I'm
this
saying-
is interesting.
like I'm acknowledging that like a lot of this is like super bougie, and I drink wine out of a can. Like I just
Oh, I do too. It's
it's
great.
a thing. But like if we're doing a wine tasting video for crying
so
out
we
loud,
have we not done this enough?
okay.
Like,
So I think it's probably fine. So smell it.
It smells really dry.
I
What do you-
definitely feel like I want to
does.
murder someone after drinking this.
okay.
I'm ready to
so
murder.
this is what like the people drink.
Because it's bad.
No, it'll like
It just incites murder in your
right
soul.
to go after my enemies.
Ooh, that's really excellent.
Blood of your enemies.
The blood of
So
my
what's nice about it is that it's
enemies.
oh my god.
Enemies.
Let me chew it. Hold on, let me chew it.
It's a little bit dry, but it's not overly tannic. It's got a nice berry finish, but it's not jammy on the front side. Like a Pinot or a Merlot. It's not too sweet.
I don't like chewing wine.
So what's the term then
like
for
it.
this bitterness that I am tasting?
Tannic. So the tannins refer to the skins of the grapes
Okay.
and how long they're allowed to sit in the barrels. The longer the skins stay in the barrels, the more tannic a wine becomes, the deeper the red becomes, the more bitter it can sometimes become.
Is that also dry? Considered dry?
No, so dry refers to the amount of sugars that are in the wine.
Okay.
Generally, more tannic wine tends to be drier, but that's not always the case. Whether it's dry or not always refers to how sweet it is. Like a wine that's not dry is usually pretty sweet. A wine that's super dry is usually very not sweet. So like bricks is the technical term. When you talk about how many bricks of sugar goes into each barrel of wine. Like, this is like deep cuts.
No,
I'm
I'm
tasting right now.
It's alcohol.
But-
I'm interested, but
Yeah, I mean there are specific numbers that go into each barrel, and these
You got some on your mic.
this
babe.
is good.
where
All I'm gonna say is this is good.
I got
I
it.
don't typically like dry wines. This is not too dry.
no, it's like mid range.
It's a good dryness. I don't know wine very well, but all I know is it's tasty and
This is excellent. This is
doesn't.
an excellent blend.
Yeah.
So let me see what this blend is made out of. Oh, that's the Chardonnay. So this blend is
Ooh, burps.
vinted and bottled by Seven Kingdoms Wines. That doesn't sound.
That
right.
means
That's not a
nothing.
real thing.
That's a bullshit
looks like
term.
blood.
Way to skimp on the world
The
building,
blood
HBO.
of my enemies is oh. I
What?
accidentally hit the glass. with
What's the
microphone
really
stand.
sweet wine?
There's
Soup-
Moscato.
Yeah,
That's
that.
a white. That's a white wine.
It's a white.
I like that, 'cause
deliciousness.
it's like
although
grape
there-
Oh, headache.
They don't say.
It's a headache.
They
Give
don't
me
actually
wine.
say what
From
the
wine.
breakdown of the blend is, which is kind of
Wine tea.
disappointing.
it's
Um,
just wines.
But
from
it's a
Dorne through to the
2014
Riche.
a bottling, so it's very excellent actually. I really
They
like it.
didn't feel like they needed to tell us what it was made out of because they were like,
It's
if you're
Game of
going to the
Thrones.
store and you're buying a damn Game of Thrones wines, you don't give a
Well,
fuck what it's
except
made
these
of.
are good wines. So
Also,
far.
like to be fair, so people are aware, we bought these wines at Bevmo, which is a national
Where the Bevs go.
which is a national
Where the
chain.
boozies go.
You may not have it in your area, but these three wines together with tax in California were $90.
That's good wine then.
Yeah. So for 3 bottles, that's pretty good. So the Chard was the cheapest. The Cab, I think, was the most expensive at like 40 or 45.
$40.
For a cab, that's actually not that bad.
Well,
for a
we'll
good
see
cab.
how it is.
For
I
a
haven't tasted
nerd
it yet.
branded cab?
Okay, so the wine I'm used
my
to
God,
is the
Andrea.
one
They're
with
also paying for the license. Don't
Okay.
forget.
And the pretty labels.
the wine I'm used to is the stuff with the kangaroo on it on the very bottom shelf. That's like $6.
Yellowtail? Oh,
Yeah.
smart.
That's my life when it comes to wine.
I'm gonna introduce you to wine that's gonna blow
Girl,
your tiny mind.
$2
My
Chuck.
tiny mind.
My house is filled with $2
Dis.
Chuck.
No, don't ever drink that.
Girl,
Chuck is really
I'm poor.
gross.
I gotta drink the cheap
I
shit.
will help you. I will help you drink
Help
good
me,
wine.
I'm poor.
Also, like, there's nothing wrong with $2 Chuck. I've drank in my fair share of it. Okay,
Is drinking a word?
is everybody good with this? You want to wait a little bit? You want to move on?
I don't
Where's
want
our
Are
coffee
you okay?
beans?
I'm
There's
good.
water.
No,
Do you
no,
need a
I'm-
water?
Damn it! I keep hitting the freaking mic
All right,
stand.
can I have your water, Alexa Ray?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Don't pour water in your wine glass, for the love of God.
Why?
So when you're wine tasting, it is a misconception that you rinse with water. You never do that because it changes the pH in your glass. You always rinse with wine. This is why you have dump buckets. So
Wine rinse.
We don't have a dump bucket.
You have a dump
I am
buddy.
the dump bucket. The dump
exactly.
buddy.
So if
My
you
dump
ever don't
bucket.
want to finish, yeah, no, if you don't want to finish it, we'll finish it because you have a dump buddy, not a dump bucket.
Dump buddies.
Okay.
It's not that I don't like it, but I know we got another one to try.
Good girl. That is responsible drinking, ladies and gentlemen.
I have to drive home at some point.
Thanks.
Guess not.
No, you don't. You're 5 minutes away from here.
We
You
have
can Uber
pizza
home.
coming.
Walk home.
Okay.
And a PA.
Is everybody good?
Yeah, girl.
Yeah.
Cab Sav time.
Okay. Here we go.
Cab Sav's usually my favorite type of wine, so I'm excited about this.
What should I expect with this
So
cab
here's the
sav?
thing.
A deep darkness,
Delightful.
darker than the
Ca-
ever darkness.
Cabs
Dark.
also usually need the longest
Stop.
time
to sit.
to sit. So don't be shy when you're swirling this guy, okay?
Don't be shy
it
when
still.
you're
Sorry,
swirling
I'm
the
trying
guy.
I did. There we go. Thanks.
I'm always shy when I swirl, guys.
What?
I don't know. I'm making bad puns.
Are you a shy swirler?
Okay, so when you say it needs to sit, is that what you said?
Just leave it alone. Just
Do I
let it
shake it?
slowly.
Shake it.
Don't swirl it gently.
Brittany, if you need to, put the base of the wine on the table
You
and then
don't always
hold
have
it.
to swirl
Concentric
it
circles.
hard.
Concentric
In
circles.
fact,
kinda gives me-
sometimes it's
okay.
not right to do. Sometimes you gotta make some love.
exactly.
Yeah.
Give her fucking smooches too. Name that tune.
Tenacious D.
Fuck her gently.
Yeah.
Of course.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Wine burps. All right.
So, this is the heaviest of the three
sure
wines
this
that we are
sounds great
tasting
in the
here in our
microphone.
Game of Thrones wine tasting.
Are we gonna rate these at the end?
It smells so delicious.
Ooh, this does smell.
got
Good.
a
It smells like
deep-
berries.
Currant, dark berries.
I smell berries, man. This would be good on ice cream. I mean, not really, but
It
the
might be.
smell would be good with
Smells
ice
like-
cream.
Licorice?
No, fuck you.
No,
Licorice is
like
terrible.
legit. Like,
Also, this is a thing to remember. Everybody's sensory perception is different. So what you smell might not be what Steimer smells. It might not be what Alexa smells or what I smell. Berries to me might be strawberries, but to you it might be blueberry. To her it might be raspberry.
That seems like
Schnozberry.
light for a cab.
Well, also remember I had these in my wine fridge. So that means that they were probably a little bit colder than when you're normally supposed to drink them at. I prefer to have my reds chilled to like 60 or 65 degrees. Some people prefer them at room temperature, which is traditionally between 72 and 75 degrees. And so like that temperature difference will open up and change the flavor profile of wine, which is why a lot of times when you drink white wines, I prefer my white wines like ice cold, but in order to really experience go ahead,
Well,
laugh.
it's
I'm
colder than
snobbing
being
out right now.
cold.
In order to experience the full aroma and the aromatics and the flavor profile of white wines, you kind of need to drink them a little bit warmer than you would normally want to
White
drink
wines
them.
or red wines?
Brittany's dead.
Whites.
Okay.
In true Game of Thrones
you
fashion.
okay?
You said you
Are
like
you
them
okay?
ice cold, but you want it. But what?
In true Game of Thrones fashion, not all of
I
us
have
made it out.
oxidized it plenty now.
Is the legs? What do they mean again?
So the reason why you mean like the droop?
Isn't that called legs? Is that not called legs? Am I
There
making
is
that up?
legs. I've never
I thought
talked
it
to
was
anybody
called
about
legs.
this, but there might be something there.
hungry?
But
No, I'm great. It's just so.
What's colder than being cold?
Oh, I love it.
Ice
Okay.
cold.
Oh, it's just so funny.
All right,
As
I'm
someone who
finally
just
gonna try
fucking
this.
drinks whiskey. It's like, you know, it's a whole new world, and I love it, and I'm excited.
Ooh,
Shut
that's
up, honey
tasty.
producer.
it's almost a little spicy on the finish.
It made me burp.
I'm not getting any spice.
Ooh, it's super tannic on the finish.
Okay, tannic means
Right?
Not
That feeling?
tantric.
the bitterness.
Yes. Like the dry part you feel like in
Shrivels
this.
your throat and
Yeah.
your face.
I
Yeah.
can't think of
It
anything.
shrivels
Well, it's not
your
that
throat.
graphic. It doesn't
It
shrivel
shrivels
your face.
You are correct. Wine shrivels your face. You figured it
It
out.
shrivels your lips up.
Okay.
But
So, Britt, when we have time, I'm going to take you on a wine and food pairing, and that'll really blow your mind.
Yeah, that'd be great.
there was a place here called American Cupcake, and they would do champagne and cupcake flights. It's in
I haven't had it since
Marina-ish area, I think. It was fine. It was not the worst.
Oh, that's tannic.
I can't think of the word tannins without thinking of the Birdcage, the movie.
Oh my god, Britt, you
Are you okay, Brittany?
I feel like I'm drinking balloons.
What?
Like I'm getting not like rubbery.
Okay,
Like
are you all right? You good?
I think she
Drinking
means an
balloons?
adult.
no, that like
And
rubbery.
I am not the adult. You
You're that
need.
like rubbery, like 'cause I don't
Whoa,
drink
what
wine.
was that noise?
My mouth shriveling, my face shriveling. So no, I don't drink wine. So this is a new sensation for me, and it's. I think it might be like whiskey. You have to drink it more to appreciate it more.
What's funny is my
Absolutely.
mouth
There we
shrivels up when
It
I drink
100%
whiskey.
is just like beer, just like coffee. In order to appreciate the craft that goes into artisan beer, artisan coffee, artisan wine, you have to try a lot of shit stuff before you start to appreciate the good stuff.
There you go.
That's just the way it is.
Yep.
So to wrap up our Game of Thrones wine tasting video,
Favorites?
Steimer, which one did you like the
Cab.
best?
The
Brit.
first one.
The
white
Shard.
Yeah, the shard.
Probably the red.
Alexa Ray. The blend?
Yeah.
This is a tough call because they all were actually pretty excellent. And let's be honest, I felt that they were all going to be crap going
Yeah,
into this.
I
Like,
did
they're
too.
promo wines, they're tied to a TV series, they've got to be shit. But, like, they were actually really excellent wines. So, if you live in a major metropolitan area with a retailer that potentially sells these, call them up, ask them, hey, do you sell the Game of Thrones wines? Well, that's what we did. And Bevmo was like, we've got them. They're really quite excellent. The Chard is nice. It's not overly oaky. It's not buttery at all. It's pretty dry for a Chard, which is really unusual. The red blend probably is my favorite of the three.
It's good.
It's not overly dry. It's got really nice balance. It's not too sweet. The Cab, I think, needs a little bit more time to breathe before we really feel its full potential. But overall, like, I would buy all of these wines again. They were excellent.
These are great wines.
So, that said, stay tuned. If you are a patron of our secret segment tier, we are going to give our thoughts about what we would like to see coming in season 7, what we thought about season 6, basically what we're excited about for Game of Thrones. So check that out. Thank you so much again. Patreon.com/whatsgoodgames. Mwah.
Bye.